as we go flying head first towards September, the speed stick has really been set on fire with a lot of entries coming in and some very good speeds. The global speed stick is the opportunity for you to get out on the water, see how fast you can go, get your speed logged, and then you can either compete against the global Joyrider TV community to see who can go faster, or you can compete against yourself and just try to beat your previous speeds. If you want to get involved with the speed stick, just check out in the description below what you need to do, and then yes, you can get on the speed stick. If you don't happen to have a GPS device, yes you do. All you need to do is put your phone in a dry bag running an app like Strava, and that is enough to get on the stick. So we're just going to be going through the new entries since the last speed stick video and anybody who's managed to notch it up. So let's jump in, and we're jumping in, you're not going to believe it, but with a monohull. Yes, that's right. If you're not lucky enough to be able to get out on a catamaran, you can submit your top speeds on a monohull if you like. But in 58th, we've got Ewan sailing a laser radial out of Hive Sailing Club in the UK with a speed of 10.6. Then in 57th, we've got Tim on a Hobie 14 in the USA, Minnesota, sailing in Acabutia Lake, USA, 12.2. Then with a speed of 13.3, we've got Danny and Colette sailing a Nacra 5.8 on the Houston, Texas City Dike, USA. All right, in 52nd, we've got Rob sailing a Hobie 16 in Hillsdale, Michigan, USA, with a speed of 15.2 knots. Oh yes. Then in 49th, we've got Brett, also on a Hobie 16, sailing in Lake Macquarie, New South Wales, Australia, with a speed of 15.66 knots. Then in 47th, we've got Jack and Brett sailing a Hobie 16 in Deal, New Jersey, USA, with a speed of 16.4. And then in 42nd, we've got Declan with a speed of 17.1 on the Hobie Getaway in the Dreviken Lake, Stockholm, Sweden. I believe that might be the fastest speed that we've ever had a getaway on the speed stick. So great job there, Declan. And then in 40th position, notching it up, beating his previous speed, we've got Andreas sailing an A-class on the Havel, Berlin, Germany, with a speed of 17.12. In 39th, sailing a foiling moth. Yes, that's right. You can be on a low rider or a foiling boat on the speed stick. We are not going to judge anybody for their choice. We've got Wesley sailing in Mission Bay, California, USA, with a speed of 17.38. And then in 38th, we've got Eric and Dennis on a Hobie 18 SX, sailing in the Indian River Lagoon, Florida, USA, with a speed of 17.5. Very nice, guys. And then in 37th, we've got Arnold and Michael sailing a Hobie 16 on Lake Ammersee, Germany, with a speed of 17.5. We're looking forward to seeing Arnold and Michael's new sails. These are gonna be sick. They're Black Devil custom sails from Whirlwind, and oh yes, oh yes. 36th position for Holger and Guido, notching it up since the last one on the Hobie Tiger during the round Texel race in Holland. That is really good to notch up a big speed while you're racing. 17.63 knots. And then sailing on a 16 solo in 35th position for Steve on Lake Huron, Ontario, Canada, 17.7. Yes, so 29th position for Daniel and Luca sailing a Hobie Tiger on Lake Bracciano, Italy, with a speed of 18.63 now we are feeling the juice. 28th position for Stefan and Zoe, sailing a Hobie 20 out of Falcon Sailing Club, Manitoba, Canada, with a speed of 18.66. Then in 26th position, we have Brad and Charlie sailing a Hobie 16 on Lake Minneola, Florida, USA, with a speed of 18.86. We are notching it up nicely here. Then in 24th position, we've got Steve and Karthik with a speed of 19.5 on a Hobie Tiger, sailing out of Monterey, California, USA. That is very quick, so close to that elusive 20 knots. Keep pushing and it will come. Then in 19th, top 20 now, Scott and Ryan on a Hobie 16 on Cultus Lake, Oregon, USA, dropping it in to the slot of 19.9 knots. And then in 18th position, we have Arno sailing a Hobie 16 solo in Lake Wabamun, Canada, with a speed of 20 knots on the nose. Oh yes, very nice too. 15th position, we've got Max and Michael sailing a Tornado. Yes, please. We need more tornadoes on the stick. Do you sail a Tornado? Have you got a telephone? And can you get a dry bag? Then get on the stick. So Max and Michael with a speed of 20.56, sailing in Siberia, Novosibirsk City Ob River Reservoir. In 14th place, notching it up from the previously, we've got Chris and Ben sailing out of Galveston, Texas, USA on the Prindle 19 MX with a speed of 20.6. Ben is the fastest young guy on the stick, I believe. Then in 13th place, we've got Bart and Renz, and we had Robin, who was a man overboard to help achieve this speed, sailing a Nacra 6.0 on the Markelmeer, Netherlands, with a speed of 20.6. Now, you may be wondering, if we've got two speeds which are tied, how come one person is ranking higher than the other? Basically, whoever's speed comes in later gets higher on the stick. All right, so we are now into the top 10. And in 6th position, 3 up on a Hobie 18 Magnum, we've got Attila, Laszlo and Bella sailing on Lake Balaton, Hungary, with a speed of 22.3. Now that must have been very exciting, especially 3 up. I can hear the screams now. In 4th place, we've got Bernd and Syed sailing a Hobie 16 on Lauwersmeer, Netherlands, with a speed of 22.62. Now that is absolutely cooking the goose. But in 3rd position, and I think deserving a tip of the hat, with his new sails, new EPO-free rudder blades, fully upgraded Hobie 16, sailing solo, we've got Scott sailing on Cultus Lake, Oregon, USA, with a speed of 22.77. Now that is going to be a tough speed to beat single-handed on a 16. In 2nd place, sailing a Hobie 16 in Switzerland on Lake Bodensee, Steckborn, with a speed, get this, 25.2 knots. We've got David and Phil. That is extremely quick. David and Phil have actually travelled back in time with a speed that high. And then in 1st place, still there, and I am still saying unlikely to be beaten, we've got Scott and Jamie sailing the Prindle 18-2 Special on the Texas City Dike, Houston, Texas, USA, with a speed of 25.7 knots. Very nice too. Scott is an absolute veteran on the catamaran, and what he doesn't know about making a boat go fast probably isn't worth knowing. So thanks very much to everybody who's been getting involved, and I'll see you soon with some more on Joyrider TV.